Did you know that Tesla CEO Elon Musk announced his plans of selling more Tesla stock? The controversial CEO almost always makes it to the headlines, either for a good reason or otherwise. Make sure to stay tuned and find out what Elon has to say this time. Tesla has constantly been on the news, whether it is for exemplary progress or its very own controversial leader. Elon Musk, for all his flaws, is undeniably a strong leader and is quite known as a successful businessman. In today's video, you will find out whether or not Elon Musk is planning to sell more Tesla stock. Elon Reeve Musk, or simply Elon Musk, is a South African-born American industrial engineer and entrepreneur who co-founded PayPal and founded aerospace transportation services company SpaceX. He is also one of the early investors in Tesla, an electric car company, and now the chief executive officer of the leading EV maker company. Elon Musk is arguably the most famous billionaire and entrepreneur on the planet. Richer than Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates, Musk's electric car company Tesla and space exploration business SpaceX have seen him become known all around the globe over the last 10 years. Musk, who has sold more than $15 billion worth of shares in the company since early November of last year, said in the latter part of 2021 that he was almost done with his stock sales. However, the billionaire made confusing statements as to whether or not he was done with his stated goal of selling 10% of his Tesla shares. "I sold enough stock to get around 10% plus the option exercise stuff, and I tried to be extremely literal here," he said in an interview with the conservative satirical website Babylon Bee. However, soon afterward, he tweeted referring to his prearranged sale plan related to his options. This assumes completion of the $10 billion sale, which suggests that he might not be done yet with the sale. "There are still a few tranches left, but almost done," he said in a different tweet. In December 2021, Musk sold another 934,091 shares, bringing the total he has offloaded to 14.77 million, which is nearly 90% of the 17 million or so shares he had been expected to sell. When asked whether he sold because of the Twitter poll, he said on Tuesday he needed to exercise stock options that expire next year, no matter what. He added he sold additional incremental stock to get near 10%. Of the 14.77 million shares sold, 9.34 million were sold to pay taxes related to the exercise of his option, according to Tesla's security filings. Last April, Musk once again made headline news when he sold roughly $8.4 billion worth of Tesla shares in the days following his bid to take Twitter private, according to filings with the Securities and Exchange Commission. According to news, the billionaire CEO sold around $8.4 billion worth of Tesla shares as he moved to buy Twitter. The Tesla and SpaceX CEO first offloaded about 4.4 million shares of his electric vehicle company in trades, and new filings showed sales of an additional 5.2 million shares later on. When the filings became public, Musk wrote on Twitter, "No further Tesla sales planned after today." He remarked in response to an account that heavily promotes Tesla stock, products, and Musk on the social network. Musk is bidding to buy Twitter and take the social media company private for $52.40 per share, around $44 billion total. To do so, Musk secured $25.5 billion of fully committed debt, including $12.5 billion in loans against his Tesla stock. Musk would have to pay Twitter a termination fee of $1 billion if he fails to secure enough funding to complete his deal to buy the social media business, according to a regulatory filing. The latest sale, worth roughly $8.5 billion, was made only days after Elon Musk agreed to buy Twitter. The sale has led to speculation that it will help to finance his planned $44 billion buyout of the social media platform. Filings to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission showed that Musk sold a total of 9.6 million Tesla shares in April. The multi-billionaire still owns more than 15% of the company. What are your thoughts on Musk's sale of his Tesla shares? Let us know what you think by leaving a comment in the comment section below. Musk's sales of Tesla shares were large enough to sink the company's stock price. The 3.7 million shares sold in late April represented 17% of the normal daily trading value in Tesla shares so far this year. Tesla shares lost 12.2% of their value during trading on the said date, the biggest one-day drop in the company's stock since September 2020. The stock decline prompted a selling spree by other investors, as 45 million shares traded hands, about twice the volume of trades from the day before. Tesla investors could have also sold shares the same week Musk sold his out of concern that the CEO would be unable to give as much time and attention to Tesla. The company has ambitious growth plans and growing competition. Some say that his stake on Twitter translates to him losing interest in the EV company. Investors are concerned that Musk might eventually let go of the company altogether. Other analysts cited the splitting of Musk's attention as a potential downside of his Twitter offer. In addition to Tesla, Musk also serves as CEO of SpaceX, The Boring Company, and Neuralink. In its most recent quarterly earnings report, Tesla cites Musk splitting his time with his other companies as a potential risk factor. "We are highly dependent on the services of Elon Musk, techno king of Tesla and our chief executive officer," the company states. "Although Mr. Musk spends significant time with Tesla and is highly active in our management, he does not devote his full time and attention to Tesla." Shares of Tesla hardly changed just after the announcement. The stock was up 3% in early afternoon trading, and his tweet assured investors that his sales were complete. How much he's going to have to sell now appears to be known. "That's the reason for the bounce in the stock," said Gene Munster, managing partner of Loop Ventures. "I actually thought he'd have to sell more shares than this." But Tesla shares are still down nearly 18% since the day before Musk revealed he became Twitter's largest shareholder. The uncertainty of what the Twitter deal will mean for Tesla and Musk's commitment to the company has become an overhang on Tesla stock, said Dan Ives, a tech analyst with Wedbush Securities. Besides the distraction issues, it brings the circus-like situation back into a Tesla story that has nothing to do with Tesla, said Ives. The uncertainty about the Twitter deal, shares are trading about 8% below the agreed-upon purchase price, only adds to the uncertainty for what Musk will do with his Tesla shares. He said it's the end and that makes me believe it likely is, Ives said, but the street will be watching closely to see if it truly is the end. Musk is expected to use his massive Tesla holdings as a way to finance his purchase of Twitter. But that doesn't mean he needs to sell all his shares to raise the full purchase price. Instead, he can use the shares as collateral for loans to raise cash. But there are limits to how much money he can raise simply by pledging his Tesla shares as collateral. He can raise more money by selling some portion of his Tesla shares. Tesla corporate rules state that officers and directors of the company can raise only 25% of the value of the stock being pledged as collateral. As of June 30, 2021, company filings show Musk already pledged 88.3 million of his Tesla shares as collateral. But those shares were pledged years ago when Tesla shares were worth a small fraction of their current value. He would likely be able to borrow more money even against some of those shares. Even if Musk doesn't use those shares as collateral, the estimated 67 million unpledged shares that he owns after this week's sale could be used to borrow nearly $17 billion, even with the recent decline in Tesla's share price. However, Munster said Musk probably doesn't want to go right up to that maximum because if Tesla stock falls further, he could be forced to sell some shares in the future. This is a pretty volatile stock. It's up 10 times in value in just the past few years. Those stocks can go back down, he said. Overall, when it comes to Elon Musk and his antics, no one can really tell for sure what to expect for his next move. Still, Musk remains a huge figure given how successful he is now in his countless endeavors. For more of this content, make sure to visit our channel and watch our other videos.